Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, you are very much welcome. Okay guys, so today I'll be sharing with us how I made this beautiful stylish trending dress, and if this is something you would love to make, keep watching, don't go away. If you're here to subscribe, please kindly subscribe and turn on the post notification so you get notified anytime I drop a video. To all our returning subscribers, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for always watching my video. God bless you. So keep watching. Okay guys, so for this pattern drafting, you would need a paper that would be enough to draft out the full length measurement of the dress. This is a mini dress. So the thing I'm doing right now is just marking out my points. So I have the chest line over there, and then the next line is the bust point. I have the under bust. I have the waist line, and I also have the hip line, which is that, and then I have the full length somewhere outside of the video. So after doing that, the next thing I did was measure my shoulder. That's shoulder divided by 2, and then I pointed it out on the shoulder line and on the chest line, and I'm just going to connect both of them together. And the next thing I did was just label out the lines so I can know which one is which. So the next thing I did was take my bust measurement so I can be able to draw out my armhole measurement, which is what I'm doing right now. So I have my armhole measurement like that. And so the next thing I did was measure out my nipple to nipple so that I could get the dart. So I'm just going to measure this down to the full length. And so on the chest line, I came up by 2 inches because I don't want the dress to be so opened. So that is why I came up by 2 inches. You might decide to just leave the chest line, but I didn't want that. So I'm just going to connect them, all the dots, by drawing a line across from that point to the full length. Now I'm marking out the neckline. So for the neckline, on the shoulder line, I marked out 5 inches, and for the depth, it's around 7 inches. So I marked it out like that, and then I came down a little bit slope for the shoulder slope. That's just a little shoulder slope. So right now I'm measuring out my dart. So 0.5 inch on both sides, and then I mark this out up to the full length. So I'm just drawing out the line to the under bust. Yeah, so I'm going to draw the line from the full length to the under bust, and then I'm going to use my cuff to just join it like that to the bust point. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, so I have that, and now I'm just going to put my measurements on the paper. So the first measurement I did, I added the dart, and then I realized I was going to use this front pattern to draft out the back. So at the end of everything, I took out the 1 inch dart that I added. Yeah, so I took out the 1 inch dart that I added. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So yeah, so that is what I'm doing right now. So I did the normal measurements without adding the dots. So that's exactly what I did, and then I drew my I joined the points again, and then I drew out a new shape. So I'm just going to cross that out. So that is what the front looks like. The next thing I did is just cut out my pattern.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter.
Okay, so I have the front. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that to draft out the back. So this is just me finishing up the cutting of the front part. So for the back, I measured out 2 inches for my zipper allowance. Yeah, so I'm going to be using 2 inches for the zipper allowance. I already cut out the neck part, and so I'm just going to use this to cut out the back pattern. As you can see, I didn't start from the um the beginning of the paper. I started from the line. That line is for the zipper allowance, so that is where I started my measurement from. So this is what the full length looks like. You can see the dots like that. The back doesn't have dots. That is the reason why I had to adjust the front in the first place. There was no way there's going to be a dot because of the neck depth of the back. So for the neck depth, I made use of 14.5. That's how low I want the back to be. So for here, my cuff is a little bit short, so it took a while before I was able to figure out how I want the neck part to be, but somehow I was able to come up with what I eventually used.
In my eyes. In other words, hold my hand. In other words,
Now to the front pattern, we're just going to cut out the dart part so we can go on with our drafting. We're not done with the drafting. We're almost there. So the thing I'm doing now is just to close up the darts for the lower part so we can draw out the cuff where I added the Ankara piece. So that is me just taping them together, and then from the middle part of the pattern I came in by 3.5 inches. No. I came in by 2 inches. Sorry. So I came in by 2 inches, and from the waistline, I came down by 2 inches. So I'm just going to draw the pattern. I'm just going to draw the cuff like that. So you can see how I drew the cuff. It covers mostly part of the darts for the lower part. So from the waistline to that part, I think the dart there is not more than 5 inches or so. So just to make sure, because I made a mistake with the first pattern I did with the placement of the darts, and so I wouldn't want you to make the same mistake. And if you made the same mistake, you can still go ahead and adjust it. So now let's work with this part. So we're going to be doing slash and spread for this. So I'm just using my initiative. So well, for this part, I think I came in by just 1 inches like that, and then I drew it up like that. So for if you don't want it to be too full, you can use 1.5, you can use 2 inches, depending on whatever you want. So this is just me drawing out the line, and then I'm going to label it like that and cut it out.
baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words.
So guys, there it is, and this is how we'll be placing it on the fabric when cutting. Okay, so this is just what it looks like. I have the fabric on fold. So unfold, and then I cut out 2 pieces for that, for both sides. Then I cut out a piece for my belt. So for the belt, I used 5 inches. Then how long depends on how long you want the belt to be. And here I went ahead and added my seam allowance all the way like that. And so I'm just going to go ahead and join them, and then I'll come back. Okay, for the interlining, when you're cutting the interlining for the back, make sure it covers the whole back and also the armhole, because that's what you'll be using to turn it in, so it makes more sense. So this is the back part. I already interlined it, and then I already added my belt, and this is also the front. Before you cut the interlining for the front, you have to join the front pattern, and after joining it, that's when you cut out the interlining for the front. So this is me trying to fix them together, and then I'll go ahead and use the interlining for the back because it's longer than the one for the front. So I'm going to use it to turn it and then sew it on my machine. Okay guys, so this is what we have. This is what it looks like. This is the back. I sew in the zipper allowance, so I'll be able to shape out the upper part of the dress. And yeah, so now we're going to go to attaching the Ankara fabric to the side of the dress. So I'm just taking out the paper like that. And so I'm gonna gathers it, and then after gathering, that's when I'll come on and just attach it. So for the longer part, you have to sew it straight. Then for the upper part, that's when you gathers it and you just put it like that. I just hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So you're going to sew it right side facing right side for the front, and then the same thing, right side facing right side for the back. And then the remaining part at the upper part, you're just going to go to your machine and gather it. And the gathers that you have is what you're going to be using to cover up the upper part that is remaining that you haven't sewn. That's what you'll be using to gather around it like that. So guys, I'm done here. This is what the dress looks like. This is the front part, looking so beautiful. And this is the gathers part. As you can see the gathers right there. And this came out very full and beautiful. I'm sure you saw what it looks like at the beginning of the video. Okay, so if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. If you are yet to subscribe at this point, please do so. Subscribe, share, drop a comment. Let me know where you need me to adjust. God bless you. So I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye.
I love you.